Welcome into the Eagle Communication Sports Update on HutchPost.com, brought to you by Mel Hambelton Ford. They're better, they're proving it. You be the judge. Visit them today at the Big Corner or online at mhford.com. Alongside Glen Grunwald, I am Darren Dunn, and we are bringing you local, national, and regional sports. We are keeping you in the know, whether it be high school, college, or pro. We are keeping you in the know here on HutchPost.com. We're going to take you through the Spurs as they drop OKC in Game 1. We'll prepare you for NCAA Golf coming to Hutchinson. We'll then send you out west to talk about Kadeem Allen and his MVP ride. But first, we talk about outdoor national championships. We take you to Mesa, Arizona, where the National Championship of Outdoor Track, HCC fared okay.
Yeah, they fared okay. It was Mesa again, the site this year of the track meet, and primarily South Plains. Just again, won their 5th out of 6 times they won the outdoor championship. They just seemed to be the dominant force. HCC Andrew Pope took 4th in the pole vault, so some of the field events did very well. Jake Brinkman also did 6th in the javelin with a throw of 188 and 11. 4x800 men took 6th place with a 747.79. The winner was Iowa Central in that event at 731.32. And Austin Vaden did well in the decathlon, was his 7th spot. Took a partial team out there, did okay. Again, South Plains just a juggernaut. They're just the king. And against nationals will be held here next year on the Hutchinson campus here at Hutchinson Community College.
Everybody excited about that national championship coming back to Hutchinson. I know head coach Pat Becker is really excited and hoping good things will happen next year. Orbelin Rojas, of course, in the 10,000, gaining 8th place there for HCC. But other than that, other than some of the ones you mentioned, Andrew Pope, who took 4th in the pole vault, also did well once again at Region 6. You're talking about a guy who went back-to-back at Region 6. Probably didn't do as well as they'd hoped in Mesa, but still bringing back 8 winners.
No doubt about that. Other NJCAA wins, participation by way of the national, Darren, was also the golf event that took place at Burlington, Iowa. On the golf event, HCC took 20th. Again, that was dominated again by Indian Hills that had won it for 2 straight years. Those are primarily wrap up the national of the NJCAA.
Take you out now out west where Kadeem Allen was a superstar in the NJCAA Coaches Association All-Star Game. Coming away with the MVP, Glenn, he goes for double-digit scoring, double figures, 18 and 10, and has 0 turnovers. What a talent was HCC accustomed to seeing this year?
We saw it all year long, Darren. We saw it all year long with the numerous, I think it was 13 double-doubles that he had by way of rebounds and scoring, and not to mention 1 triple-double. That happened that has never happened in HCC's history. So Kadeem, a talent. Again, this was the NJCAA coaches all-star game, and he was the MVP out there. Just had a heck of a game. His team won 123 to 106. And team notables, again, Johnny Sapardo, who was here from Jones County, scored 21 points. So Kadeem's off to Arizona now. We hope to talk with him in the next couple of weeks, both by way of radio as well as on this show. And he is going to be a talent. I think they got a good find in second-time All-American for HCC's Kadeem Allen.
Johnny Zapardo had 21 points. You remember him from Jones County, an integral part of that national championship team. Of course, he kind of got in foul trouble there in that championship game, but he was integral, no doubt. Talk about Willie Wiley from Vincennes. He had 5 rebounds on Kadeem Allen's team out west in Vegas when Kadeem was named the MVP. And another notable, Glenn, that we haven't mentioned yet, Lester Medford from runner-up Indian Hills had 17 points. He's your Bud Obie Outstanding Small Player recipient.
And he's going to go do well at the next level. So it's kind of exciting to see those smaller players really excel and do well wherever they might go.
Now talk about Kadeem. He's going to have a pecking order to fight through next year at the University of Arizona. With his work ethic, do you think he could see some playing time next year? Or is it going to take him a little bit longer to rise the ranks? Maybe not see a starting role till his senior season.
I think when you look at his stats, a lot of people think, hey, this is a very selfish player, several times over 30 points per ball game. Not the case. If you look at his assist, it goes along with that. Those that watch Kadeem play know that he's got a talent that is different from other players. He likes to see his teammates excel as much as anybody. I think at the next level is a big jump from junior college. There's no doubt about it. I think at the next level, though, he'll have to ease his way in there. play team ball, and I think they'll see the Kadeem that we saw rise to the occasion here at HCC.
Unselfish, no doubt. Indeed, he had 6 assists out there in Vegas with this all-star game. So kudos to Kadeem. We wish him all the best at the University of Arizona. We'll make sure we keep track and keep tabs on him. Coming to Hutchinson this weekend, starting on Friday, you're talking May 23rd all the way through the 28th. You have the NCAA National Golf Championships hosted by Wichita State. Glenn, you're going to be a part of that. Let's talk a little bit about some of the players and some of the teams coming to this golf tournament.
Well, they've had all the regionals have happened this last week, and it's going to be exciting. Alabama's the top-ranked team coming in. They're the defending champions that are going to be coming in out here. 156 different individuals, teams plus individuals are going to be coming. So you could qualify both as a team, and you could also qualify as an individual. So Alabama, Stanford, of course, known by the great Tiger Woods, is his alma mater. Georgia Tech, Oklahoma State, California, many, many others. Those are the top-ranked teams that are going to be coming in. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Again, practice day starts on the 22nd. There's no fee to get in out there. You do have to pay a parking fee that'll be over at the Westar Energy parking lot. There's no fee, though. That's $10 a car. But as far as getting into the Prairie Dunes and having fun with these champions of the future, and there's going to be a bunch of them. You're going to talk about some of them. That Corey Winstead out of Alabama, just a great ball player, shot a 212 in their regional. Also Stanford on the same course, plus beat OU. So there's going to be some good ones coming. So it's going to be a fun-filled few days out at Prairie Dunes. What I'm interested to see, Daren, is how do they handle the wind, the old Kansas wind, which we've had gust up the last few days. You watch the Golf Channel, and by the way, this is going to be on the Golf Channel. They'll start with a practice round on Sunday, but actual broadcasting on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for the championship series out there. That's where I'm going to be involved as a spotter to help out in that development.
Chance to see perhaps the pros of tomorrow. You talked about from Alabama, Corey Whitstead, never shot more than a 72 in his 3 days to gain that 212. Now down south, a couple of Bows to be on the lookout for from Texas and Oklahoma, respectively. Bo Hosler and then Bo Titsworth. And you're talking about a high round from the Oklahoma Titsworth at 73. He kind of got worse as the tournament progressed, but maybe you'll see good things from him at Prairie Dunes. But as you said, perhaps that wind could be a factor. Not only the Kansas winds, but Prairie Dunes is not an easy course.
No, it is not an easy course. And speaking of that, a lot of teams have already came in over the last few weeks at their own expense to play the dunes to kind of get used to it. So it's one of those teams, one of those areas that they're letting the gunch kind of grow up a little bit. They're going to mow it one more time. But if a ball goes in the gunch, it's going to be interesting to see how these young to-be pros are going to be able to play out of it.
NCAA Golf Championship starting on Friday, going through May 28. Check it out at Prairie Dunes Country Club. Taking you now to the Western Conference Finals, Oklahoma City Thunder dropping Game 1 to the San Antonio Spurs. Glenn, the top story has to be Serge Ibaka out of the lineup, expected perhaps to miss the rest of the playoffs. How is Oklahoma going to get this series back, especially talking about Game 2 coming up on Wednesday? How do they guard Tim Duncan in the post and replace what Serge Ibaka brings to the table?
And Duncan with 27 points in that one. Also Tony Parker with 14 points and 12 assists. They're going to have to get some play from their stars. And of course, we're talking about Kevin Durant. He's going to have to step up and be big time. And I think this one's going to go right down. I think this easily could go down 7. And then you got Miami Heat doing their thing on the other side as well. So it could be an interesting series. The Spurs, is this some of their veterans' last shot at it? I don't know. Duncan's getting on up there in age. He's a good one, though. We'll see what happens. They got a lot of leadership with Tony Parker, not to mention Danny Green poured in 16 the other night.
You're talking about old versus young, so it comes down to where is the experience going to come into play. Some of the youth of Oklahoma City, they have an opportunity to shine. They've been there before, but have they been there to this extent and this capacity? The Spurs, 4 of their 5 starters actually posted double-digit scoring. The only one outside of that was Thiago Splitter, but he still pulled in enough rebounds to be prevalent and to make his presence known. So from here, you've got to find out, Oklahoma City, if Kevin Durant is going to step up. He cannot turn over the ball as many times as he did. 16 turnovers, Glenn, for Oklahoma City. 6 of them, unfortunately, coming from Kevin Durant. Now, off the bench, Reggie Jackson got together with Derek Fisher, and they poured in 29. But Oklahoma City, going to need to see a little bit more of that and a little bit more help on the inside, boxing out. Nick Collison, University of Kansas, rock chalk, but 0 points. They're going to need to see him.
Yeah, he's going to
get a few baskets.
Yep, exactly. He's going to have to produce a lot more. And you can't just rely on Durant. Some of the other role players are going to have to extend their roles a little bit and step it up a little bit.
Westbrook had 25 points, and if I'm not mistaken, Glenn, he also had a healthy dose of assists with, well, excuse me, that's Tony Parker with 12 assists, so I need to see some more assists from Russell Westbrook. This has been the Eagle Communications Sports Update on HutchPost.com, brought to you by Mel Hambelton Ford. Go on out, see them on the Big Corner today, or visit them online at mhford.com. For Glenn Grunwald, I am Darren Dunn. We'll see you next time right here on the Eagle Communications Sports Update.